Next logical fallacy is called contextomy. What is contextomy? It is when you take something out of context and then you present the out of context information as if it is the full story. And this is a very effective tool to be used these days because it plays on natural human instinct, which is human beings are lazy, they don't think, and they don't read. So if you provide them something out of context and that allows them to come to a conclusion without any mental effort, they will gladly accept it. So you have to be very careful of contextomy. It gets used on you every day. You probably don't even notice. Number one is all about a selective choice of information and facts. You need to be very careful when people use this word facts or fact singular because a fact can be taken out of context. That's why it's called contextomy logical fallacy. You can pull a fact out of context and present it as if it's the full truth because most human beings don't think, they don't read, and they're lazy, so they won't bother to fact check you on what you said. Even when someone does fact check, understand that people can fact check just the facts that they want to check and not check the other ones that they don't want to check. That's why contextomy is such a popular logical fallacy that, again, ever since we started using this facts thing these days, this has become even more popular because most people think when they hear facts, they're hearing the truth. That is not the same thing. Truth means all the facts in full context. I'll get to that in a moment. Number two, it is dependent. The contextomy logical fallacy is dependent on the ignorance of the audience. It is dependent on you not knowing that there is more context not being shared with you. So you assume that just because some source told you something and told you that it's a fact or it is a collection of facts, that must be all the facts when it actually is not. And it depends on your ignorance of not knowing that they're misleading you to believe that you've been told the whole story when you literally have not been told the whole story. You have been had with this contextomy logical fallacy. And again, most human beings don't think, don't read, they're lazy. That's why it's easy to fool them with this fallacy. The number three, you should always understand, always know, especially when you're listening to someone who's in the public eye and especially someone who has a vested interest in you accepting a certain belief. That's people in the news, people in politics, etc. There is always more context that they are not giving you because, again, facts can be pulled out of context. I can pull specific facts about your life, my life, somebody else's life, and make you look amazing or make you look terrible depending on my angle. But the truth, not a truth, but the truth is all the facts in complete context. The challenge with this and the reason why so many people are not interested in the truth as opposed to the facts is because absorbing the truth requires time, effort, thinking, energy, and usually some form of reading. Most human beings are not interested in any of this. This is the reason why people can be easily fooled with quote unquote facts. Usually it's contextomy. Work on your game.